Yeah, she has ear goo that I have to put ear goo in her ears, and it goes in the the skin on the skin.
Brenda.
And because I cannot get a tablet into this cat, it's so hard to get to insert tablets into her, isn't it? Just awful. You're bitey, you're scratchy.
I can't believe Brenda would do that. I would think
know.
that whatever you give her, she would just eat without question.
One mean mother bitch, aren't you, Brun?
Well, you can't give her cheese to do it either, right? Because then she'll just have bad poo for a long time.
Bad poo. Yeah, because she stole some of my tuna, and she was like, it's totally worth it while she's on the toilet.
Oh,
she's like Simon.
Yes,
she's
she
like
had a
Simon
wet lunch.
Yeah, she's like Simon with dairy. She sits on the toilet, just squitting away, and going, "It's worth every nugget."
Every nugget.
Every nugget.
What is wet lunch as well? I don't know what it is.
It's just wet, like a pasta salad, for example. You know what I mean? Anything that's like wet.
Is soup a wet lunch?
I would say so.
Yeah, like a wet.
Like not a dry lunch. Like
Yeah.
any
food that's wet.
Why specify?
Because it's
disgusting.
Simon.
Yeah.
A lovely tuna mayo and baked bean jacket potato. That's Nightjar's go-to as well. And I don't understand the tuna mayo on the jacket potato.
Well, you're gonna have to try it now. You're fucking Brit.
I don't like tuna mayo though.
Well, that's fair enough.
And on the jacket potato with the baked beans and cheese sounds good.
Oh yes.
But
yes. We used to have that at school.
A tuna mayo.
Tuna.
Wet
Sit down,
lunch.
Bryn.
I can't believe differentiating it.
What did you have for your school dinners? Your school lunches?
We had I miss them. There was like a shitty cheeseburger, like probably the lowest grade quality meat on like a stale bun. And then we had like fried like chicken patties, like a nugget patty almost. Those also good, but also very cheap. And
we
then
had the same ones.
Did you?
We had the same school lunches, I think, like in secondary school anyway.
And we had there was Mexican pizza, which they have at Taco Bell in America, which is like almost like a pizza, and then it has like I think like salsa and cheese and black beans on it. And
Bloody
then
hell.
The big star of the show, whenever we had it, because it wasn't like a weekly thing, was the teriyaki beef nuggets. And they were like beef nuggets with fake like grill marks on them, and they had a teriyaki sauce and some white rice with them. And that was
incredible.
The favorite whenever that came around. And then of course like fish fingers, chicken nuggets, all of that.
See, like our primary school, which is elementary school for the rest of the world, because we have to have like stupid words for shit. It was like they did proper school dinners, and I still was like really like, ew, gross. Like primary, middle school, we had like it was like shepherd's pie.
I think we had that once in a while too.
Cottage pie, and it was all like. That's the shit I remember. And they've always made me sit and eat my veg, and I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking doing it. And I sat there the whole of lunch break.
Oh
just
my goodness.
refusing. Because they put it on the plastic tray, and when you were done, you had to empty it onto this big tub, and disgusting.
I don't think they forced us to have our vegetables. I thought it was just kind of like, take it if you want it.
Like fucking sausage casseroles. Which
Toad
was just
in the
sausage
hole.
in sauce. Yeah, toad in the hole. Fucking great. And then the puddings. Top tier puddings. Top fucking tier, because everything was made in the big square pans. And we had marble cake, which was like chocolate and vanilla cake with pink custard. It was pink. I don't know why. It always had a skin on it. Tubby custard. We also had to eat semolina, which absolutely fucking disgusted me beyond words. Would not eat it. Don't even know what it is. And rice pudding and stuff. And then the cakes that had it was just a cake, and then they just had like
Rice pudding is
sprinkles.
so rank. Like, what the actual It's like so mushy looking
Did Brits
and
invent that
gross.
too? Because it's the
I
sort of
don't
thing
know.
it's the sort of thing that the Brits would do, innit?
I
Like,
don't know.
let's take this delicious grain and soak it.
It just looks
And-
like baby food.
I haven't had it in decades as well. But then
Yeah. I don't
as soon as
think
I
I've
got
tried
to
it.
I got to secondary school, and then the quality of dinners went down the drain.
Really?
And therefore, I enjoyed it so much more. Because
Wait, did
it
you
was
have to pay for your lunches? Like, or
Yeah.
did you just? Yeah. Okay.
Not in primary school, but like secondary school, and it was like burgers, and they were wrapped in paper and stuff, and chips. And I still have dreams about those chips. And I went out with a lad whose mum was a dinner lady, so she used to make us the pizzas on like bread rolls.
Mm. Oh
Sheila,
yeah.
you're wonderful.
We had
I
that
still
too,
talk to
like
Sheila,
French
actually.
bread pizza was an
Yeah.
option as well.
Oh. And we also had tuck shops, and they would like they stopped selling like chocky bars and crisps and stuff, and they were like, no, we're gonna sell like healthier things, but it was just like homemade cake. I was like, yeah, healthier.
We had like in high school we had all of the normal same school lunches, and then we had like for a long time there was the pretzel cart that had like big, the big soft pretzels. And so I'd get one of those with cheese almost every lunch, and then I'd make my friends get them for me too, because if I didn't have lunch money. And then we had an a la carte line where it was like fries and then cookies. And that's the one Forrest was always in. She was always getting fries and a cookie from that line instead of the peasant lunches.
The peasant lunches. Forest official peasant.
She looked down on the peasants. She wanted the fries and the cookies, because those you couldn't get them with because the school lunches you could get if you had like the card that said you could have your lunch for free, and they were also reduced prices too. But the a la carte one was cash only, so that was like you were the cool kids if you were in the a la carte line, eating
That's
only
fancy.
chips for lunch.
Sixth formers got to leave at lunchtime to go to the chip shop. So the year 10s and 11s would like sneak out as well, even though we were in school uniform. And it was like the village where my secondary school was shit. There was nothing there. So it was like, why are we leaving? It's better to stay where there is stuff.
Imagine working at that chip shop and you've just got an influx of children at a certain time in the day. I would quit. I'd be like, I ain't working here no more.
I ain't working here anymore.
Not with this. Because we had that when I was working at the Starbucks. There was one day every year, because it was on a university campus, where middle schoolers would come to like be like, one day when you go to university, you can go to this university if you want to. And then they would be in this huge group touring the university, and then they would come into Starbucks. And it's middle schoolers, so like 12, 13, that age. So all of them would get frappuccinos, and all of them would get different flavor ones, which means you have to use more than one blender. You can't like mix the flavors. So we were just using blender after blender after blender, and it was hell day. I'd be like, I'm busy that day. Blender. The blender.
Oh, baby.